for the phone. I'm tooling my chain at the payphone, and I'm changing the tone.
Yo, we're back. We're back. Or if you listen to YouTube and watching the YouTube and welcome back. Welcome. This is Threes from the Ring, wrestling portion of the pod. And this your boy Chris J. Got the boy Trail Sav. Got the boy Tyler here. So we got to talk about the in-ring talk. And it's been a while. A lot has happened, but it is what it is. It's summertime wrestling season. So, and it's been pretty decent, depending on how you feel about everything. And God forbid you're playing Fight Forever and it's breaking your game systems, because I've heard that shit is broken as shit. But it is what it is. But while we're on topic AEW, we're gonna go ahead and go AEW first, because that's probably the least time we're gonna spend on shit, and then we're gonna go to WWE and recap Money in the Bank. So with that said, AEW has done some things, as you see. Well, I wouldn't say as you see, but has done things. That's the best way to describe it. When we talk about AEW, they done something. Collision has their third show. Collision has started. CM Punk is back on his TV show, and if he feels like popping up on Dynamite, he'll pop up on Dynamite too. But Collision's CM Punk show with friends of CM Punk, of course, and from time to time people who don't give a fuck. Forbidden Door just happened. Decent pay-per-view. Non-Chicago decent. That's the best way to describe it. Non-Chicago decent pay-per-view and other things. But let's talk about the return of Punk to AEW. Tyler, your thoughts?
Nothing really changed. They just added, just return. It's still some slight pettiness going on that you can see, but it's not as disruptive as it was the last time. But it's still, stuff is still lingering. Collision is going to be a work in progress. We go see how well it resonates with everybody.
Yeah. Well, same thing with me. I don't think, like Tyler said, I don't think really anything really changed now that you think about it. The fan base is like a fan base who they picking sides, but in terms of because the Elite versus Punk and his guys and stuff like that, I think Collision was cool in order to get a lot of people who don't get shine like Miro, like Andrade, like Ricky Starks. Stuff like that. I just, they not brand splitting. Which, look, again, I don't want them to do a brand split or anything like that. It's just more of a
more of a focus.
Yeah, because like when it comes to like the titles and stuff now there's going to be like is the Elite not gonna go for the tag team belts? Is just a whole bunch of talk, which depends on how you view it. Depends on how you view it and things of that nature. I personally really like the Punk stuff. I thought it was gonna change some things, and it's good for the company. Don't get me wrong, but I thought it was gonna do a little bit different, especially for the company. Again, I don't really know.
I really only watched that first episode, so it's like I don't have a full-on scape of how it's gonna go just yet. But it's like it's not the main thing is not really changing nothing right now. It's we only 3 episodes in. Is whoever didn't get on Wednesday night gonna be here on Saturday night.
Yeah,
vice versa.
It seemed like another show. Probably not something that Warner Brothers just wanted. Yeah, understood if they did.
I also did forget about Rampage that fast though.
Rampage don't exist.
Rampage is the new age.
Rampage is definition of just a fucked up, forgotten show. Gee, that's just a waste of an hour.
Which is also why I was like, why are you putting up for a third show when you don't even do much with your second show? And now your third show is probably going to get more viewers than your second show. So it's like, what you finna do with the third show? But
all depends on how they value the second show.
Yeah,
like that really how it is. All depends on how they value it. Like in my mind, like Rampage is just putting dark matches on the show, which it really is. Rampage gets taped the same day as Dynamite. Sometimes RH too.
It gets taped after. I think it gets taped after.
Fucking Superstars or something. Yeah. You know, it never was supposed to be that big. It was big because it was the debut of Punk, and that was to get eyes on it. But I don't think it was ever to be like Punk show, like how kind of like Collision is. But again, I don't know. Like I think like Forbidden Door was a success for them, especially if you love the product that they put out. Forbidden Door was really good for them. It would have been really good for them if Sasha ain't break her ankle, but
too late.
It happened. You know, Brian being the GOAT that he is, he messed up his arm, but it was a good match against him and Okada. Broke his arm. Kenny Omega, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, had a great match against Will Ospreay. You know.
Yep.
And I think on that end, on the optics of like what they do well over there, which is great in-ring product, I think it's still good. Just if you look at the other stuff, it's just kind of like Like I personally don't like I personally wasn't on board of bringing Punk back. Honestly, I know he make money, but if it is the people who don't F with him, I'm bringing him back. But I also understand of the crowd of people being petty, about Punk being back. I understand that crowd too. Because I wouldn't want nothing. Like, I wouldn't listen to them niggas. Yeah. So, it all depends. Like, me personally, I don't really care. But, like, that's what I mean. Like, when I say I also understand if some people do care.
Like if let's say you're AEW head, you've been turned off WWE for a while. AEW's kind of got you back in wrestling. I can understand if this is what's getting you invested, then to that degree they're doing the right thing. But the tribalism stuff is what they gotta steer away from. They can't play into it as much as they because you can take advantage of it in a way that it benefits you, but you cannot play into it in a personal way. You can't just let that be the main thing controlling both of your shows. It's gonna get old real fast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think that like they do the pot shots and stuff like that just to have people talking on Twitter because that's their main fan base. And whatever you feel about that is how you feel about it. But they do that because 90% of their fans are people who look for those type of things. Now, going back and looking at it, I just think it's good. Like for them and what they got still building. Now, mind you, Saturday was a dumb day to put a second show. WWE kind of got it in another place. And Saturday is a stupid day to put a show. Real stupid day to put a show. You don't want to put it back to back. You don't want to do Tuesday, Wednesday. Not because you messing with NXT. You don't really have to worry about NXT. It's just because you don't. I didn't like watching Monday night and Friday and Tuesday night SmackDown at the same time.
Yeah.
So boom, you kind of had to have, Saturday. You not, of course, you not beating them like you bring it on Monday, even though you knew you weren't gonna compete with them. It's gonna bring the talks of competing with them on Mondays and stuff like that.
But you don't want that type.
You don't want that conversation, really. I'm trying to think else, and it's just no other days you could put it. So Saturday was the next best day, but Saturday is such a crappy day for wrestling in general, unless it's a pay-per-view or a PLE or whatever the heck they like to call it. But Saturday is such a bad day for,
especially Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night too. So, of course, when the ratings come out tomorrow, like the first set was bad. It did worse than NXT. So
the second week was bad. First week did 800K, which I don't know what NXT did that week, and then second week was 500K, I believe, which was like
okay. Shit. And can Punk carry a show? Yeah. Can Punk carry a show? Yeah. It's just like you got to have a nigga a reason to tune in. Like people tuned in to see Punk. So people who not gonna watch regularly tuned in to see Punk.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen all the time. And then you gotta compete with college football. It's gonna get nasty. In my eyes, it's gonna get nasty.
It's gonna get nastier by like once they're gonna like probably for the rest until college football start, they might teeter between the 500K. They might drop to 450K, but 450K to 600K range. But once college football start, I mean, those numbers is going to be very telling because it's just going to be sickening. This is all I can really sit and say. And then the NFL talking about they want to do more Saturday games on top of it. Kind of setting yourself up for failure right there. It's just the reality of it, pretty much the best way I could describe it. And then once the playoffs start with baseball, I think a lot of the games get televised on TNT and TBS. Another setting yourself up for failure. So because now time changes and shit. So I don't know. It is what it is. But Forbidden Door was cool. Omega and Ospreay put on a classic. I was disappointed that Bryan and Okada didn't give us a 5-star match, but it is what it is. That Daniel Bryan's bones are slowly becoming dust. But overall was still a cool pay-per-view. I still feel like they overstuffed the card, but which they could have just kept it small and simple. But I get it. You want everybody to feel involved. But still a cool card above all. Also, AEW just this past week on Dynamite, you niggas is not seeing heaven. You had Sting jump off a ladder onto a table. You're not seeing heaven. I'm sorry, G. The Sting is dang near 70 years old or is 70. That nigga should not be doing no extreme spots like that. But hey, y'all niggas not seeing heaven. I'm standing by that. But hey, AEW did something. Moving on to WWE side of things, Money in the Bank. Triple H is still undefeated this year in terms of pay-per-views.
This is probably the most consistent they've been pay-per-view wise in a couple of years. Especially going into the summer. Like the last 2 summers have been kind of not duds, but always that drop off after WrestleMania. They haven't really slowed down that much, so it's good to see that they keeping a nice pace.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and recap Money in the Bank real quick, which was I was watching it while seeing piss poor AAU basketball, so Lord have mercy on my soul for that. But But overall, Money in the Bank was really good. When I got home, I rewatched certain matches on a bigger TV just to get the full on experience. But let's go ahead and recap. The men's Money in the Bank was first. The men's Money in the Bank was first. Damian Priest won, but overall, this was a really good Money in the Bank match. Logan Paul and Ricochet dang near died for our sins. That Spanish fly spot was insane. That's all I can really say was insane, but really good spots throughout the match. Really good, entertaining action throughout. And I'm cool with Damian Priest winning. I thought it would be LA Knight. I fell for the Kool-Aid a bit, but I'm cool. Damian Priest was the second best option to win. I don't know. Throwing Logan Paul in was just more of a let's get some more star power in this match and another spot junkie in the match, but not to win. But I'm cool with Damian Priest winning.
My thing is, going to the LA Knight thing. So a lot of people was mad LA Knight didn't win and started to say like, oh, WWE had a lightning in a bottle and then one. At this point in watching that product, they never ever do that. Like whoever, like if they got a plan for who winning that Money in the Bank because of a storyline, that nigga winning unless niggas going to business on their own or somebody seen it accidentally get the briefcase or something like that. But other than that nigga not winning, and it's like if LA Knight is over, which he is, and he got all the crowd screaming his name, and he got everything, LA Knight and stuff like that. Money in the Bank ain't really gotta help him, and it won't.
It's different. It's one thing if you need like that last extra push. If he was missing something, but he's not missing anything right now. He's got the crowd behind him. I heard somebody bring it up. It's not too many people you can get to boo certain guys like Ricochet, Santos Escobar. Like for some of them guys, it was crickets because they were waiting for LA Knight to get up there. He already had the crowd behind him. So that's why it wasn't a bad move. And then you got to think about it. Anytime they do it where damn near the whole build up around Money in the Bank was damn near around him because he was involved in every Money in the Bank segment. He's barring everybody up. That right there was telling me he's not winning his match, but he don't necessarily need to. It's not a bad thing that he's not winning his match. To be honest, I really want to throw him in the mid-card. I want him to take that belt off of Austin Theory, to be honest. I think that's one of his payoffs.
And that's probably what's going to end up happening either way.
He's doing good on his own right now.
I agree. I don't think he so when you get down to the nitty-gritty of booking, everybody can't be a booker. But if you just look at it on a sense, is LA Knight taking that bet off of Roman?
No.
Is LA Knight taking that bet off of Cody when Cody gets it from Roman?
Hell no.
So then you look at Seth.
No.
Is LA Knight on Raw? No. He's on SmackDown. Would you be mad if LA Knight got that belt and cashed in on Austin fucking Theory? Yes. So guess what's about to happen? It going to somebody else. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I can understand why some people get mad and think it's the higher ups thinking LA Knight ain't, if the higher ups ain't give a fuck about LA Knight, they wouldn't put him on TV. It's waste.
Came out and said in an interview, what's the name saved his job a couple months ago.
Who? Triple H.
He said he vouched for him when they were, when he was in between the Max Dupree and the LA Knight thing. He was almost out the door again.
But that was a gimme. Triple H saved a lot of people's jobs.
And said the good things come to those who wait. He's not concerned about LA Knight, not losing his flame right now. They trust him with what he's doing. And then like with Damian Priest, Damian Priest in the back of my mind was the right guy to do it even a couple weeks ago because he's probably as far as momentum, not necessarily heat, but as far as momentum, he has the most momentum out of the outside of Rhea Ripley in the Judgment Day. And they've been saying for the longest, somebody in the Judgment Day it's somebody else in that group that needs to take the next step. And I think it was him. And then going back to what you said about the booking, I think that they need to do something with this Money in the Bank where you're going to put it on somebody that you know for sure you're going to have more than likely win a world title with it. It's probably not going to be this year, depending on what goes on. I don't think it should be so soon. I think they should, draw it out a little bit longer, especially playing into the storyline with the Judgment Day right now. Like, it's looking like it's going to lead to Damian Priest end up leaving the group.
Yeah. And I see him leaving the group. I see him doing his own thing. Take the fucking braids out your head, though. But I see him doing his own thing. I see him being a single star. And it showed with like the Bad Bunny stuff. That was a trial run. And I can see him being like a good heel, like a really good heel for the company. Do not make him a face. Certain people are just not good as faces. And then you just replace him with big head JD Madonna and you call it a day and everything is good. Like you don't really have to think too hard when it comes to this. I agree. I need him to be a person in waiting with that Money in the Bank briefcase. Like somebody that always keep Seth and
the champs on their
toes. Yeah. But other than that, you don't really need to.
I
pray he don't go after Gunther with that thing. Because they keep talking about he can go after the title.
Yeah, but I think the plan is kind of that Drew's taking it off of Gunther. I think that's the plan at the moment.
Yeah, you do Drew Gunther, SummerSlam, Drew beats Gunther at SummerSlam, first person to pin Gunther. Then you turn around and do what? Gunther versus whoever got the heavyweight title at Mania?
Yep. Or you pretty much start putting Gunther in place to take the belt off Seth or whoever got the damn belt. So
because a lot of people, because it's Cody Roman, right? It's Cody Roman. A lot of people want LA Knight to win the Royal Rumble, which I wouldn't mind, but I don't see him. He's not on Raw, so he damn sure ain't going against Roman. That's Cody's story, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I would love to see. Why I can't find this ginseng? But I would love to see. I think that's the one I'm missing too. I would love to see Gunther get the title at Mania or around that time. Finish his story of being the best NXT call up. Probably after the Shield.
Yeah.
But there's so many like caveats. Like we still waiting for what's the news on like Big E and stuff like that, and where you can go with him. It's so much stuff. Randy. A lot of people saying it's Roman Randy at SummerSlam, so I wouldn't mind seeing that.
The only thing I wouldn't mind seeing it neither, but it's heating up again with this bloodline shit, man.
I think the bloodline shit over.
I think you
can end it there.
It can end on a good note here, but it's something else that because so as far as with the Usos it might be over, but it's still that dynamic between Roman and Solo that's still ongoing too.
Oh man, look, I fucks with the bloodline shit, but dog, bro, and I fucks along towards story.
We're getting close to the wrap up. It's time. We're getting close to the wrap up.
I do not want to see Roman versus Solo at SummerSlam.
No, I wasn't saying that.
I don't even think. I think it's going to end at SummerSlam because it started at SummerSlam. You got to think about it. Roman returned SummerSlam 2 years ago. I think it wraps up fully at SummerSlam just to be like, all right, nigga. Now we need you to move on from this and like,
you do Cody Brock's rubber match.
I think I think you do a fatal 4-way with the Bloodline.
A fatal 4 with the Bloodline.
That
Yeah.
would be it would be fun.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I think Roman needs because Roman's great. His run is fantastic, but every run is predictable. Ref bump, count to 10.
Yeah,
They look like they won.
It's like the Triple H run.
Yeah, yes, it's definitely like a Triple H.
It's like the Triple H run. Look, the ref bump is Triple H's favorite booking. So hey, there's no shock that he's gonna give it to Roman just as much. But
now,
we'll see.
I need Roman to do something else. The Bloodline story has been.
But that's what I was trying to figure out the other day too, because it's like if we're gonna move on to something else, you can Randy would make sense. You throw because they were technically supposed to do Randy Roman last year instead of Roman Brock.
Like, I don't know what you do. Like you throw Randy in it. And it'll be better as just, Randy come in, RKO, immediate hype. The most devastating words, RKO, spear, all that shit, immediate hype. You throw him versus Jey Uso. Like, what we doing?
I don't know, because as long as he has him having the belt is what makes it, tricky, because it's like it's getting towards that time where he probably should drop it. It was a good run, it's a great run, all-time great run, but I don't see how much further they can draw it out to, because now I'm hearing about him versus Cody running it back at Mania next year.
That's the goal, is him and Cody at Mania.
I can see it. So I can see a scenario where he drops the belt to somebody now. He takes his little 3-month break or whatever, comes back around Survivor Series, says, "I want my belt back." I can see him winning it back then, and then running it down. But it's like, how does Cody get there?
I think Cody gets there.
Rumble again.
Cody gets there with a number one contendership type thing. But again, Cody's on Raw. Yeah, I know. Cody's on Raw, so. Cody wins it by winning another Royal Rumble.
Unless they do the Elimination Chamber thing, but it's like I don't know. I'm kind of tired of the Elimination Chamber joint. I would rather see the belt defended in the chamber again too.
Yeah, which happens with Seth's belt. I don't know how you do it. Like you don't. I think the best way. Yeah,
because to be honest, I would rather see Roman and Seth next year.
At Mania?
Because they've been talking about it for a long time.
Gotta finish the story, quote unquote.
Yeah.
We gotta finish the story. But Perfect World, we get that in Survivor Series.
Nah, I don't think we get that in Survivor Series either.
Roman Seth?
Roman Cody.
No, because
Roman Seth. No, Roman Seth.
Now look, it depends. It depends. You get Cody that belt. You get Cody that. Because you need a WrestleMania headliner.
Yeah. That's
the thing why Roman and Cody is painted for WrestleMania Philadelphia. You need a headliner. But you can somehow get Rock at Philly. Then you don't need a headliner. That could be the end-all, be-all for the bloodline right there.
Yeah, because they just started bringing that up again, too.
Yeah. But I don't know.
You can do, let's say you do get that. That'll be your blow off for Roman.
Right. Roman takes a big break after he beats The Rock's ass at Mania. But I don't know where you. Yeah. It is about where you put who gets the belt off of Roman. That's the big thing. Part of me really don't care, but part of me cares. So I don't know.
So it's I know it's going to happen. When it's just more along of when and how, because regardless, I still feel like Cody needs to run back. It's just the how. Either way, we'll figure it out. But let's finish recapping this pay-per-view though. Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey ain't friends no more. Liv and Raquel is tag champs again. Shayna became, as Datra formerly portrayed her as, Big Clip Baszler. So we're getting that. We're getting
I
that back.
forgot about that.
That match happened a little bit. That was a time. G. She what she did at NXT that year and a half was disgusting. It was disgusting times, G. Disgusting times, but that was a hell of a run. But with that, also said there is news with this finish because it is now rumored that Ronda may be done after SummerSlam or a little bit after SummerSlam. So we will see where things go in regards to that. But
I'm cool with
Shayna and Ronda ain't cool no more. But yeah, that's cool. Like, hey, wrap it up. Go and be a family woman. G, go back. Well, I ain't gonna say that much, but yeah, be a mom. Gunther versus Matt Riddle, which was actually a decent ass match. This man Gunther just that nigga.
He chopped the back of that nigga foot. Like, that's real nigga shit right there.
Ruthless G. Ruthless G. But yeah, Gunther just that nigga. That whole scenario was funny because he chops his foot, then proceeds to put the nigga in a figure 4 leg lock to make him tap out. Go. Like, we got to factor in, Riddle didn't lose to the power bomb. He tapped out. Gunther moved different, G. Gunther moved different, but yeah, Drew magically responded and said he wants his lick back, and I ain't mad at it. It's about that time to get the belt off Gunther anyway, so he can move on to better things in the world. Cody versus Dom. Cody just needed something to do. He needed to be on the card. Here's Dominic. Cody beats Dominic. Cool. Move on. John Cena magically appeared, which was great to see.
Yeah,
giving them niggas what they want.
Trying to get Mania to London. Which we kind of, after they did that Clash at the Castle, they were pretty much saying that we're gonna work on getting the Mania over here. So, it was only a matter of time before they start pushing that anyway, which I think it'd be good. They have a really good crowd out there. It'd be something different.
So it's inevitable. They're going to be at Mania overseas. So, and UK makes the most sense. Without totally fucking everything up. You got that soccer stadium that AEW allegedly sold out. So we're going to see, like, they can make it work either way. Women's Money in the Bank. This was pretty decent. Io Sky won. I like how she won. Like, that was a quality saying, hey, look, I'm here moment. Stepping over Bailey and Becky was pretty damn cool. Spots wise, cool. Smooth match.
Yeah, that's probably the best. That's probably the best women's Money in the Bank match they had.
Yeah, that was really fun to watch.
Women's in the Bank Money matches be really miss. I wasn't even looking forward to watching it, but they got some good people in some good spots.
Trish was actually good in this match too.
Yeah, Trish is beautiful. Quality milk. Canadian at that. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, but it did that good. Shout out to newcomers like what's her name? Zoe Starks. And EO doing EO stuff. The cleanest moonsault in the business, bar none. Who else? Who else?
Zelina looked good in the match too. Like,
Zelina looked good. She and Zoe Starks had they did like a Canadian driver off the top of the ladder looked insane. It was good. It's good.
Yeah. So moving on. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. It was solid. Like I expected it to be solid. Like a good match. Damian Priest came out to tease. Pretty much fucked both of them over, but it fucked Finn over more, which pretty much we're almost at this point. We're about to see JD McDonough pretty much stomp this nigga out tomorrow night. So on Raw. So be prepared for that smooth kick getting kicked out the Judgment Day. But
who do y'all do
it
at
was a
Seth
real
next?
good match, though.
Anybody?
I think you run
I
this
don't
back.
know. You think they run it back? I don't think they run it back. I don't think they run it back for SummerSlam.
I don't think for SummerSlam. I think they could do it again.
I don't
on
know
Raw.
who you have on fight.
You don't run that back.
Like Gunther still got the belt, still got the IC title. I think you might want to run it back. It makes sense. Like I wouldn't be mad if they chose to run it back, but I don't know who do you give to Seth. Like I said, Cody's gonna have to deal with Brock. Like you might run this back.
I think you should do
Logically makes sense to run
he
back.
hasn't faced yet. He hasn't faced Shinsuke yet, has he?
Nah.
This is SummerSlam. Like in terms of if you trying to like storyline wise, you can still sit and say Finn can sit there and say, "Hey, look, I was distracted."
Well, you've been feuding for Finn since you got the belt. Like I think you need to move on. You 2-0 against the nigga. You want to go 3-0?
Do it again on Raw.
Yeah, if they're gonna do it again on Raw, like Tyler said. I think it's so many opportunities you can have. You can go Matt. You can go Bumper. You can go Biz.
After the way Gunther beat his ass. You can't really go with Matt Riddle.
I know.
He beat his ass. There's a difference. He beat his ass.
Matt Riddle and Seth got
that many heels on Raw.
Matt Riddle and Seth got unfinished business, but
they do, yeah. But you just it's just if Gunther didn't beat Matt Riddle the way he did, okay, cool. But do they have unfinished business? Yes. But how are you going to turn at this point? Matt Riddle was a heel. You have to turn Matt Riddle heel, which I don't see no signs of doing. I wouldn't be mad at Shinsuke and Seth. That would be fire.
Look, you got Shinsuke, you got Dominic. I don't want to see Dominic at SummerSlam. Because one Rhea Ripley needs a legit feud. I don't want to be seeing her just against Dominic unless you do Rhea Becky. But
I think it's
which I think is going to happen. Because Becky got the wrap up shit with Trish.
Yeah.
So really, Rhea's in it.
Rhea's in
it. Becky Lita was no Trish and Zoe at SummerSlam.
Becky Lita, bro. Lita can't wrestle.
I'm sorry. I can't see that. I can't see that slow mo shit no more, bro.
That shit bad, bro.
Like if you put the speed on 0.2 fast forward, that's how. No, I mean 0.2 rewind. That's how slow she moved.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, gee, what the hell?
Storyline wise, it made sense because they took her out in the first place, so it will make sense for her to come back.
Yeah, but I don't want to see her.
Man,
at all.
Like they took her out for good reason. Shorty ass.
Like, gee, like you can give me Becky Lynch in a triple threat versus Zoe Stark and what's her name?
Yeah, I can see Seth. I can see Chef Ricochet. You give Ricochet a bump. You just keep
that'll be a show.
Huh?
You can turn Seth Tweener too.
Please don't do Seth and Logan again, even though it might point that way. You could do Chef and Randy if they do the Jey Uso shit. That's all I can think of right now.
Yeah, it's Seth is in an interesting situation, but I think they're gonna lean towards Finn getting a rematch. I think we'll see. We don't. We'll see because you if it depends how you write the Damon getting his ass kicked out. So you got to see where things go from there. Because will Damon go after Finn or will he go after Madonna in terms of that? So let's see. Then we got Cinema, Bloodline Cinema, the Usos versus Roman and Solo. Fun match, good match. Of course, we got the uh, the referee taking his 10-minute ref bump and just dying, but even then it wasn't that extreme about it. Uh, Still a good match, good storytelling with it. It's just more shock was the fact that Roman took the pin. Like that's still one of the biggest shocks is that Roman took the pin in this match. So, which is the first time he ate a pin since he returned, and I think removing the fact that Baron Corbin was the last person to pin Roman Reigns, by the way. So we need to get that out, get that statistic out the way. But overall, it was a good match. We got what we needed. Do I think it's fully closed? Not really, but we will see. But is this a way to wrap it up? You can, but after seeing that video where Tyler tagged me, where Roman screamed like as if like the husband walking to the house and seeing his wife take everything, including the dog, then yeah, I don't think this is over as we think it will be, but we're close. That's all I can say. We're probably in the last chapter. You said what?
Yeah. I said the craziest spot in that match, and this is why I don't think it's over yet, because Jay looked like the strongest Samoan right now. He took a spear and a Samoan spike at the same time and kicked out.
Which he did. When I saw that, I was like, this match is over with. That was the perfect way to finish this match. And I'm like, okay.
And then Roman was mad. He was getting frustrated.
They need to make that a tag team move on 2K, by the way.
Huh? Oh yeah, that should.
They need to make that a tag team double team finish. But yeah, overall the match was great. It's just we're probably entering the final chapter, legit the final chapter of Bloodline Cinema.
Yeah.
At this point. So, but overall, it was a good pay-per-view. We'll see where things go. Outside things that happened that didn't take place on pay-per-view that I'm really looking forward to see. We're definitely about to get that Charlotte Asuka versus Bianca at SummerSlam. That shit about to slap. I'm all for. I want my black privilege, Bianca right now. I'm not dealing with the bullshit. I'm all for it. We'll see where things go in regards to that as we move along. We still need something for Rhea to do, and I can't wait for Brock to come back tomorrow and beat the living shit out of Cody again.
So the biggest rumor is that Carlito is coming back.
Oh yeah, they say he's supposed to be coming back.
Yeah, I heard that he signed the deal. Yeah.
So yeah, he's supposed to come back Friday. I don't put too much stock in shit, but if he does, that's really big for the E in general. That's a decent name for them. And I think it's also a fresh name.
It's been, 13, almost 15 years since he's been there?
It's been a long time. And
it's been a long time.
If they use this to just completely get Austin Theory out the paint, I'm perfectly fine.
I was just thinking that having re-debut like he did the first time.
Yeah.
It's on SmackDown for the US belt. Beat him for the belt. And you don't got to keep it long.
See.
You drop it.
Hey, if Carlito Look, man, we need a storyline where Carlito gets his homeboy to stab Austin Theory in the club. G, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I just finished watching the episode of SmackDown the other day. What was my man's name? I forgot his name. G, Carlito sent that man just stab Cena. G.
It was funny. When they did that angle, did that happen before the Paul Pierce thing happened in real life or after?
No, that happened way after. Way after, G.
Okay,
way after.
Before, and then it happened for real. That would have been even funnier.
Which is hilarious because John Cena's from Boston.
Well, I thought that it was like a coincidence at first.
That do make it wild to see, G.
I'm gonna say it now. Austin Theory got the worst U.S. title run ever, bro. Ever. I'm not.
It really
I don't know
is.
how y'all feel about, bro. It's that experiment done. G.
He's cool, but I just don't care.
He needs a reset.
I don't think he needs a reset.
Like,
I just don't think he get it. Put that nigga in a tag team.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think you could send him back down to a tag team, send him back down to NXT. I think he needs a downgrade for a little while.
Like, I'm all for trying to build new stars and shit like that. He got the physique, no homo. His ass. Now, people say he might do better as a babyface. I don't know how Austin Theory does as a fucking babyface.
He has a punchable face. I'm sorry, no.
Yeah, he got a punchable face.
Yeah, he has a punchable face. Yeah.
Like, you can't have a baby face with a punchable face and it can't.
It has to be a natural. It would have to be a natural thing.
It has to be really natural. Like, it's just.
Right.
But I'm not going to give up on the guy because people said the same thing about Roman, even though Roman's so a lot different. But it took Roman a while to get it too. And he's still young.
Roman had it. It was just they told him went up there.
He had it. That was different. It was just his promos.
Roman was a top tier seller in the Shield. Like it just pushed him to the moon to the point when it was at the time of the fans didn't like that because there was a lot of hardcore fans. Like, other than that, you couldn't really like. Roman didn't have any problem. Like
you couldn't deny it.
TV wasn't in the tank when Roman was on there. He wasn't turning down material. He still sold a shit ton of merch. The fuck is Austin Theory doing? Grayson Waller
had a better segment with Cena.
Like what? Who name a person in recent history who got the Cena rub who's in this spot where he's at where nobody care about him?
That's crazy. That's all I can say. Like Grayson Waller has all the things that you want Austin Theory to have at this point. It's just right now, Grayson Waller, I think, is still recovering from injury. Like, even though he took a bump, like it's easy to take an FU bump. But no, but I think if he's taking a bump a FU bump from Cena, like I feel like he's close to return from action because I forgot what he broke. They say he broke something. Yeah, so he'll be back soon, but it's still Grayson Waller looked a lot more, had better heat with Cena than Theory. I think he would benefit from it.
Bro, Theory is one of the few people in that company who benefits from the piped in noise, bro. Like, let's just go with how it is. Nobody else gets the piped in stuff. Dominic can't wrestle a lick either, getting just straight heat off of just being a good character and being able to talk and taking the storyline as corny as him going to fake jail and making that shit work.
And calling people deadbeats.
Yeah, and calling his pops a deadbeat. Now, Austin Theory ain't got the love of Rey Mysterio as his father. But, and I say but, you still got to run with it. Like, I would take it personal if my title was not defended on a pay-per-view. Especially since Roman shit not get defended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Roman's not on SmackDown every night. I'll take it personal if I'm not the mainstay on SmackDown because Roman's not here every night. I take that shit personally. But
especially
whatever
on a 2-hour show.
And you know, a 2-hour show, and I'm going against Rich Hollins, and the crowd goes mild. No offense to Rich Hollins. Like, Sheamus can take that belt from him right now and will automatically become a better champion.
They actually got a U.S. title title match coming up Friday, too.
Like, what?
Yeah. And I will hope he wins. I will hope Sheamus wins.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know if you want to repackage him, get him a decent character or something like that. It's just bad, man. It's really bad. Like,
You got to do something because it's like I said, I don't think that they should give up on him completely. He's still young. He's still got time to figure it out.
Yeah, but he's still got time, but it's still
he's working right now.
It just, for me, it ain't hitting for me. It hasn't hit. Like, I get it, but it's not hitting. It isn't. It's unfortunate. Like, the man hasn't been on SmackDown, or at least in a notable manner, in a while. While Grayson Waller has been getting the promos and he can't wrestle. Yet. At the moment, he can't wrestle. Let's put it that way. At the moment. So we need to do better here, G. Overall, we need to do better. And that's what I'm doing to figure out. Because at the end of the day, you got Charlotte and Bianca on some Friday night right now. And Roman might not be there this week. I'm perfectly fine with saying Charlotte, Asuka, Bianca could probably get additional story time. Additional camera time.
Oh, yeah, it is MSG.
So. Ooh, that's going to be all right, cool. But point being, we know what we're about to get, G, either way. And it's going to be fine. Yay. It's time to wrap it up with here. It's time. But that's really it. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We appreciate you guys for listening. All I'm gonna say is preferably we get back consistent, but we'll see. I'm making that an effort for the second half of this year to get back consistent with this podcast in general. But take my word with it. Just take me through action at best. But we appreciate you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you are on Twitter is functioning again. I definitely looked at 6,000 tweets, no payment. So I'm good. So follow us on Twitter, 3S from the Ring. We are working on the TikTok channel as well. So be on the lookout for that as we try to scrape up what we can from this from the past couple videos and put up as well. But we appreciate you guys for listening. As always, it's your boy Chris J.